Hey Shanna, it's Miss Herring. I just wanted to start our course off with a quick little introductory video just to kind of go over our course Moodle and make sure that you didn't have any questions. Hope this is not too weird. You're the only person enrolled for 285 in the summer, so you are our star pupil, and if you have any questions or any comments or concerns, please make sure you reach out to me. Don't feel like you're on an island by yourself, because I'm definitely here to help you throughout this course. But let's start with looking at the course Moodle. Hopefully on your screen you can see what I'm seeing. That the very first thing you want to start with, of course, is your MOCA, your Mandatory Online Course Assessment. That is due by midnight on Thursday, May the 24th. So if you haven't already completed your MOCA, make sure that you go ahead and get that taken care of as soon as possible. That will officially enroll you in the course, and once you take that MOCA, it should open up all of your course documents for the entire semester once you've completed that. So let's look at our course syllabus very quickly. You'll notice some office hours there. Again, if I'm in here, you know that if I'm here, you're welcome to come in at any time. My door is always open. Feel free to call me, email me, come by and see me, whatever you need to do to make sure that you get your questions addressed. You'll see that the contact hours for EDU 285 is 10, which is a lot. We've already talked about this. You have to have 144 hours at the end of the semester in order to get credit for this class. So you are looking at 18 to 20 hours a week at your site. So that's a lot, but I know you can do it. I know you talked about some placement sites that you were inquiring about. I hope you've got those worked out. If you do or if you don't, reach out to me and let me know where you're going to be this summer semester. We scroll on down. We are going to look at your grading method. Your portfolio, because this is typically taught in the spring semester, it's actually not going to be turned in 3 times. It's going to be turned in twice. But regardless, your portfolio is worth 600 points in this course. Your teaching evaluation, your supervisory teacher will give you an observation, and I will also observe you. Those are worth 200, 100 points apiece. And then, of course, your timesheets. You have to have 144 hours to pass this course. So you either get 200 points or you don't. If you have the 144 hours, of course, you're awarded those 200 points, and if not, you wouldn't. But we're not going to discuss that because we know you're going to get your hours. So just be sure that you go through and read this very thoroughly. Lots of good information about course requirements in there. The next thing we want to look at is the announcement. Make sure you're checking your SEC email at least once a day. I will post the email to your SEC email account and to the announcement tab. So if something happens and you can't get into your email, that message will be under the announcement tab as well. So if we scroll on down, okay, I've got our syllabus up there twice. Sorry about that. If you scroll on down, you'll look that we are going to submit the portfolio twice this summer. Because we're taking 16 weeks and condensing it to 8, it's going to be kind of double the work during the week. So we'll look at the requirements in just a second. But your first submission is going to be weeks 1 through 4, and that's going to be due by 12 o'clock on June 15th. And I believe that is a Friday. The next submission is going to be July the 9th. It'll be due by 12 o'clock July 9th, and that'll be weeks 5 through 8. Okay, so when we look, I think you've probably already taken care of your potential site. If you haven't and you have questions, make sure you reach out to me. But this right here is extremely important, portfolio requirements and grading rubric. If we'll look here, you'll notice this looks kind of odd because you have 2 sections for week 1. And again, that's because we're having to double up, because instead of 16 weeks, we're doing it in 8. So under week 1, that starts today and it goes through Friday. Everything that you see in bold is going to go behind that week's tab. So you're going to get a 2-inch 3-ring binder. You're going to get some tabs, and you're going to label those tabs weeks 1 through 8. And then for each week, everything that's in bold will go right behind the correct week. So for example, in week 1, you're going to observe, you're going to journal, you're going to write an introductory letter. Also for week 1, you're going to continue to observe, you're going to do an introductory activity, you're going to journal, you're going to do a class sketch. So all of that would go behind week 1. Your journal is a template, and I'm going to show you where that is on Moodle in just a second, but for each week you're going to have 2 journals. And these are pretty self-explanatory. If you ever come across something you're not sure what I'm looking for, again, just reach out to me and we can go through it. Introductory letter is just to the students and parents, introducing yourself, why you're there. And then the introductory activity is like a hands-on activity with the children to get to know you. Everything that you submit needs to be professionally submitted, so you don't want to handwrite anything. Everything needs to be typed. That way, when you get down to week 8, you have a portfolio that you're very proud of, that you can take to a potential employer and say, look what I've done. Look at all my experience. So you want to submit something that in the end you're very proud of. Okay? This kind of shows you how things are graded, what point or percentage you're going to get for each one. So if you want to go through and just look at, weeks 1 through 4, how many points you're expected to get, and then weeks 5 through 8, you can do that. This is your timesheet documentation, so this is what you're going to use to document your time spent at your center. So again, this is by the month, so you're going to have 3 of these. You're going to have one for the remainder of May, you're going to have one for June, and then you're going to have one for July that is for about 1 week, but that's okay. So each week, you're going to put the week here, you're going to put the times under each day that you're there, and you're going to do your totals for the week. Then you'll do your totals for the month, and then you will have your supervising teacher to sign off, validating that you've been there. And these I will not even look at until the end of the semester. So you really don't, the first time that you submit your portfolio, you don't have to turn this in, because I'm really just looking for 144 hours at the end of the semester. Because 1 week you might be able to do 20 hours, the next week you might be able to do 17, the next week it might be 25. It's kind of a work in progress. So I won't look at those until the very end of the semester. This is your weekly log or your journal activity. And when you look at this, this is going to be for each week, and you're going to do 2 per week. 2 per week. So it's really reflective in nature, just kind of what did you do, what did you observe, were you able to do any small group, whole group activities, things like that. So you'll have 2 of those each week. You'll have a teacher interview, the questions are here. You'll have a parent interview, the questions are here. There's a completion letter, the evaluation form, and the evaluation rubric. So you can click there, and your teacher is going to fill that out on you, and she's going to submit it to me. Normally they'll place this in a sealed envelope. If there's anything of concern there, I'll always reach out to you. And here's what I'm looking for when I go in. I'll visit you twice this semester. The first time I'll just make sure that you're in a good spot and make sure that you're comfortable where you are, you're getting along with everybody and the students. The second time I visit, I will come in to do an actual observation on you. And I'll be looking at how you are working with children, whether that be through a lesson plan, and we can discuss that more as the semester progresses. But this is what I will be looking for when I do go to observe. And students really like to see this because sometimes it's like, I don't know what she's looking for, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So this tells you exactly what I'm looking for. And I will be sending out an email very shortly asking you to give me 2 dates that would be good for me to come and visit you at your site. So if you'll just respond to that when you get it, that would be great. We've got some standards here, some in-task teaching standards. You'll also note that in your portfolio you have to respond to reflection questions, and these are those questions. They start off very, very simple, and as you get down here to 7 and 8, they get a little bit more complex. So I would encourage you, if you have free time, don't wait to do those. Go ahead and get started on them so that when they're due it's not all encompassing, because they are pretty in depth when you get down to the last few. So I hope that you are able to go through your Moodle, that you understand everything. Again, if you have any questions, there's no silly questions. If I were taking this course for the very first time, I would have questions, so I am expecting you to reach out to me at any time, and I will help you in any way that I can. My goal for you this summer is to be successful and be done with this class. So I look forward to working with you this summer. If you have any questions, again, just let me know, and just make sure you're checking that email, because that will be the way that I get information out to you. So, hope to talk to you soon.